thinking it's taking you too long. Right before I decide to go. I like you hurt me. Only serve it up if you deserve for me, yeah. Pull up and hurt me. Push the start. I like you hurt me. Only serve it up if you deserve for me, yeah. Pull up and hurt me. Push the start. Pushing on my buttons with no hesitation. Gas me up, give me motivation.
It's NBA basketball on 2K Sports. We're glad you can join us on this exciting Friday night matchup. I'm Kevin Harlan along with Tim Legler and Greg Anthony. And our reporter on the sideline tonight, Allie LaForce. A moment here now to see the numbers for Toumani Camara.
In the last 5 games, you can see the trend upwards for effective field goal percentage. And it shows you how confident he's playing right now.
The starters for the Portland Trail Blazers. Donovan Clingan out there with Jeremy Grant. Then it's Avdia. Then there's Toumani Camara. And it's Cissoko in at the shooting guard position. And for New Orleans, they've got Jones. Trey Murphy is out there with Fears. Then it's Saddiq Bey. And it's Queen in at the 5 down low. So, Tim, in a league full of great athletes, we'll see some of the best on the court in this game.
Well, if you love explosive athletes, you're about to see the top shelf. The best that this league has, high-flying above the rim. Get ready. Put your seatbelt on.
Isn't it just so special to have these seats courtside and watch these guys literally an arm's length away? My goodness.
There is nothing better.
And so the New Orleans Pelicans get the first points of the ballgame. Pass to Grant. Outside, Avdia. A three-pointer off the mark. Here's Fears. Playing Portland, he was nearly unstoppable.
Big finish, emphatic.
He hangs on the rim just for good measure. Wow. And so it's Avdia with it. He brings it up for Portland. 4-point game. Defeated by the Pelicans in their last game. They'll try to put that one behind them.
Yeah, I mean, on the road, their defense was just overrun. Couldn't match the intensity of the opponent, and it cost them.
Well, that's the big challenge. Teams tend to feel more comfortable at home for sure, so you have to find a way to disrupt their rhythm. That just didn't happen in this one.
And just over a minute played here in the start of the game. And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back. Here's Fears.
That's as good as it gets. Woo!
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game.
Well, there's a swagger out there. You can see it on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either. Now, here's Avdia. He's coming off a 16-point game against the Pelicans in New Orleans.
And he was outstanding getting to the line and converting.
First quarter, about a minute and a half in. Here's Queen. Clingan covering, and the shot goes in.
And when it rains, it pours. Another jump shot tickles the twine.
So it's Portland now. Their last meeting was in New Orleans, where they were unable to fight off the Pelicans.
And it's going to come down to effort tonight. Last time they met each other, they were demolished on the boards, and that rebounding difference led to a sizable loss.
Well, I don't think you can look at these matchups and think it can be just one guy. I would have everybody on the glass to help out.
Tim, walk me down the Donovan Clingan pick at number 7 in the 2024 draft. What do you think the thinking was there?
Well, Kevin, I just think people viewed him as a winner, a 2-time collegiate champion, and then most importantly, that rare young big man that wants to play center and anchor the paint.
Basket counts.
Oh, good luck against Clingan in close. That's where he makes his money.
The Pelicans have got a perfect 6 for 6 in the game up to this point. Here's Fears. And the layup's good off the glass. Fears has got 6 points.
They are on fire, just in a great groove here early on.
Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. And the wide open shot from Avdia. No good on the triple.
Yeah, so many times we will see shooters of any caliber miss that wide open three.
And they have owned the paint so far, and the score reflects it.
Well, these days, interior offense takes great determination and discipline.
Trailblazers trail by 11. Kamara with it. He had 15 points last outing. Avdia can't hit.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
Here he goes. Power down with both hands.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
Well, the score reflects it. They've just been the better team all the way around.
Avdia following the score by New Orleans. Here's Grant. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed.
And getting points inside important for Grant. Allows him to get a little bit of extra room on the perimeter when he needs it.
Fears with it, defended by Avdia, and it's blocked. And that's out of bounds. New Orleans will retain possession. And we have to take another glance at that powerful rejection.
And right out of the gate, trying to set the tone defensively, you gotta love that energy.
And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. Yes, that goes in.
And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
And so it's Avdia with it. He brings it up for the Trailblazers. Trailing by 13. Beyond the arc. And the rebound goes to the Pelicans.
And there hasn't been anything easy for him in this period.
And with each miss, you can feel him pressing just a little bit more.
Jones, no luck.
The defense really didn't do enough to alter that shot. It's simply a miss.
Pass to Grant. Here's Klingon. Good, and Grant gets the assist. And it's 6 points for Donovan Klingon.
And nice pass by Grant. And this is what happens when you become a great scorer. You draw defenders, which often leaves someone open.
Now here's Bay. He had 15 points last outing. Wasted no time on that one.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Outside, Avdia. Klingon finds Avdia. But Trailblazers working the ball around now. Grant gets a wide open look. A three-pointer, no good. Pelicans leading by 13. And there's the drive. And slam dunk by Beard.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
And from the opening tip, they've been locked in. Just look at the score. That tells you all you need to know.
Pass to Cissoko. And to Avdia. And it's off from three-point range. Here's New Orleans. Here's Queen. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So one free throw coming up.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Well, the way this game is going, I'm actually not surprised it was that easy for him.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
We're a good ways into the season at this point, Tim, and most of the quality teams now have found their flow, don't you think?
Yeah, I think, Kevin, lineups for the most part are set. Rotations have found their way for coaching staff. You know exactly how you're going to try to play every night. The teams that are struggling to this point probably have some bigger issues behind the scenes.
But you can have the same names on the jersey, but every season, am I right, is different.
Every locker room is different, every supporting cast, and even the vibe of every season has a different feel to it.
break. Here come the Trailblazers. Grant for three. Good on the three-point shot. Grant's got 5.
Well, this team wants Grant taking those threes. He is at his best when he can space the floor.
Now Fear. 8 points for him. And slam dunk by Fear.
Oh, he just punches that one down with a fury.
And he rubs it in a little deeper with the hanging finish. Trailblazers trail by 15. Cissoko passes to Avdia. Here's Cissoko. From beyond the arc. Comes out of the gate empty. He's 0 for 1. Jones looking for an opening. Hands it from downtown.
And that's exactly what he's looking for. Draining the triple.
Pass to Kamare. Avdia, the pass to Cissoko. Grant, right side. A clear look for Avdia. And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. Avdia's got his second bucket of the night.
With that now, only 2 of 7 to start the game. Not the start he was hoping for.
Here's Fear. And it's in. Basket number 6 for him thus far. He has only missed 2 shots from the floor.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Last game in New Orleans, they picked up the win against the Trailblazers.
Yeah, in that game, the offense was firing on all cylinders, partly because the other team's defense was a no-show.
Yeah, they didn't play down to the level of their opponent. That's not an easy thing to pull off, but they certainly were focused in this one.
Here's Fear. Defended by Avdia. Count that as his 7th field goal in 9 tries. He's shooting 78%. Trailblazers trail by 18. Pass to Grant. Back to Avdia. And here is Grant. Got it. He's now 3 for 5 from the field.
Well, I'd watch him the rest of the game because he is seeing a lot of shots drop.
Pelicans leading by 16. Hey, Greg, after 2 seasons in Milwaukee, how about Damian Lillard going back to the Blazers roster even as he works his way back from the Achilles?
And in the meantime, he gets to watch this relatively young group compete. Their activity and defensive edge should pair nicely with his offensive brilliance next season.
Now, here's Avdia. He has 6. Here's Kamare. It's a hand on it. Great positioning on the putback. Klingen's got 10.
And he's clearly led the way offensively. The question is, can they ride him and get back into it?
Here's Fears. And the shot falls short this time. Trailblazers trail by 16. In the corner, Kamara with it. Off target from outside.
Well, I'm surprised he missed that one. He is a dangerous guy to leave open.
Jones, that's for 2. Avdia with the rebound. And so it's Avdia with it. He brings it up for Portland. To the inside. And the basket by Kamare.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
And so James Borrego decides to call timeout. He's going to make some adjustments to the game plan.
You know what they came to see? Me, never on my level, even if we in the same league. Talking too much
Pools checked in for the Pelicans. Jose Alvarado comes in for Fear. Here's Poole. He had a big outing in that Trailblazers game as well. Here's Bay. Takes the elbow jumper and trains it. Bay's got 6.
In the mid-range. Rarely the hallmark of efficiency in today's NBA, but it is on point tonight.
No problems knocking that one down.
And the shooting has really been there for him today, but he may have to take it upon himself to continue to carry this team and try and get out of this hole.
Pelicans leading by 13. Here's Alvarado. Another one falls for New Orleans.
When defenders give you that kind of space, you have to keep them honest.
And here's Avdia. 6 points for him. And let's go to the sideline. Here's Allen.
Hey guys, the Portland Trailblazers in year 3 of a rebuild, wins are hard to come by in the loaded West, but acquiring young talented players like Denny Avdia is a nice start. He said, quote, "The team is young, we're real athletic, we all compete, everybody wants to work and wants to improve." Guys, back over to you.
Young and hungry. All right, Allie, thank you for the report. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here.
Jump ball.
Here's Sharp. And then Sharp with the dunk.
And good quickness there. Sharp, exciting to watch when he's in attack mode.
New Orleans has gone 2 of 2 from three-point range here in the first quarter. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
Excellent play. Just adding fuel to the fire and really trying to put this one out of reach.
Well, with the pace of this game, you don't want to leave anything to chance.
Trailblazers trail by 12. Avdia kicks to Grant. Back to Avdia. Good, and Grant gets the assist. Grant's got 3 assists tonight.
This is what the coaches want from Grant. Move the ball, get assists, and be a cog for their offense.
Avdia's gone 4 for 9 from the field. You know, Greg, being a two-way player got Jeremy Grant into the NBA. But now he's grown even more.
Yeah, early on in his career, he's often the primary defender on elite scores. Then he added scoring to his game in Detroit, becoming an effective two-way player.
At the line for New Orleans, Jordan Poole. One shot.
One shot.
That's good from Poole. And one of those high-variance teams, at times the Pelicans seem like a factor, but other times they falter. How do you evaluate them?
Yeah, they certainly have some top-tier talent at the top of the roster, but they've had a very difficult time staying healthy, and ultimately that always interrupts your momentum.
It sure does. Good on the bucket. Grant's got 12.
He is getting it done on the offensive end. 5 buckets through 7 shots.
There's 1:17 left here in the first quarter. This one for 3, and Trey Murphy hits from deep. And the Pelicans lead by 14.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
Yeah, he can taste a win right now. He's just trying to close it out.
Now, here's Sean. He's got 5. 5 on the clock. Here's Avdia. Tried to come right back with the three of his own, but it's no good. Goes up on the wing. Again, the Pelicans score.
Just playing with poise and confidence, and they continue to put points on the board.
I love their approach tonight. They are hitting at a really high percentage.
Here's Sharp. Coming in off a 21-point game his last outing.
And they've come out with a take-no-prisoners approach on the glass here tonight, guys.
And the basket by Alvarado.
At this point, I don't know what you can do to slow this team down.
Well, they've gotten the matchup they want every time up the floor, and they have taken advantage of that.
And so Grant will bring it up for the Trailblazers. It's an 18-point game. Shot to stop the run, and that's 2 points on the layup. He's got 14.
I mean, if the defender is going to play off like that, then you know what's going to happen. There are going to be points put on the board.
Count the basket. And so it's New Orleans with an 18-point lead as the quarter comes to a close. And their ability to get points in the paint has made all the difference in this one. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the Pelicans.
Tons of points off penetration so far, guys. They're driving at will on the defense, just taking whatever they want.
And another thing that has really opened up the rest of the floor is their damage from the mid-range area.
Jordan Poole is out there with Jose Alvarado. Then it's Yves Missi. Then it's Kevon Looney. That's the Pelicans 5 as we get into the second quarter. Love, no good. Pelicans leading by 18. Here's Poole. The rebound by Sharp. And it's the Trailblazers with the ball. Murray outside. Pass to Love. Here's Sharp. There's the three. Does not score with that shot. It's his second miss against two made shots. Here's Looney. And the powerful one-handed slam.
And in terms of size, not your typical center, but man, he plays as big as any of them, thanks to that terrific leaping ability.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
Not the best statistic for him in terms of his performance at the line. Very low numbers.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
And the free throw, no good. I'm told now by our producer, do we have him, guys? Okay, we do. We have a call coming in from Shams Charania. Shams, thanks for joining us. What do you have?
The international flavors just continue to boom in the NBA, and a big part of that moving forward, guys, is going to be Yang Hansen. He's going to be the driver of millions and millions of viewers abroad, and so for Portland, for the NBA, Yang Hansen is going to be a player to keep a very close eye on.
Crossing over the border. Thanks so much for the report, Shams. Robert Williams, he's checked in for the Trailblazers. We're about a minute into the second quarter of play. On the wing, Williams. Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Hits the three-point bomb.
Well, taking full advantage of a defensive weakness there, and it certainly helps if you get shots that your guys can knock down.
Alvarado with it. Defended by Sharp. Cranes the 19-footer.
That's the right pass to make. Beautiful job.
Trailblazers trailed by 19. Sharp, the pass to Murray. And we're a little over a minute and a half into the second quarter of action.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Looney with it. Outguarded by Murray. And stolen by Murray. Here's Sharp. Drives to the... Whoa! What a play!
Out of this world. Sharp is so quick into the air, and then he just hangs forever. Able to do things most others can't.
Here's Looney. And it's New Orleans scoring again.
Moving it around. 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
Sharp with it. He's got 7. Williams sets a screen for Sharp to the middle. And it's Williams with the jam.
Slashing with purpose there. After setting that screen, Williams knows where to position himself in these sets.
Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Williams with the block. And they'll keep possession. Another one falls for New Orleans.
And that set them apart today, guys. Their success with the mid-range.
Trailblazers trail by 19. Now Sharp. Some stats for him. He averages over 21 points a game.
Well, the defense should consider themselves lucky there because he's not usually one to miss those kinds of looks.
And when it comes to team building, GA, there's been a debate about whether the 2-star or 3-star approach is more effective.
Kevin, for me, I think it comes down to fit more than anything. It doesn't matter how many stars you have if they don't mesh. And if they're not comfortable in the role that's carved out for them on that respective team.
And so James Borrego decides to call timeout. Coach is going to talk some things over with the team. Might be seeing something to adjust. Teams changing it up here. And now to our rookie leader for a look at this month's steal leaders among the young guys. 5th, Jeremiah Fears.
And if those numbers show us anything, it's how good he is at picking up on ball handlers' tendencies and knowing when to make his move.
2 shots.
He's off on the first. He doesn't get the second one.
And that's a good sign. He's getting himself to the line. I really like that here in the second quarter.
Tim, how do you look at Obvious game?
Well, I just think he's a guy as a small forward with great size and great versatility. He does a little bit of everything on the court to help you win.
It's good.
Making the right pass is the first thing on Poole's mind. He wants to be the floor general.
And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in the second quarter of play. Avdia, the pass to Yang. Now, here's Avdia. He's got 8. Back to Kamara. Shot from 12. Pelicans with the rebound. When this game is done, they'll be off to Chicago as they take on the Bulls. That'll be just one game played away from home for them. Second shot opportunity, and he lays it up and in. He's got 11.
And a better box out saves them 2 points there.
Nothing will drive your coach crazier than what you just saw. Lack of focus, lack of effort.
Now, here's Avdia. One of the most consistent producers in the league. He's averaging around 25.5 points a game.
And he just elevates and powers in the one-hander.
Textbook. Here's Fear. Over Sharp. Fear's shot is off. Trailblazers trail by 21. Here's Cissoko. And it's denied. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Poole. You gotta love strong defense, especially when it comes in the form of harsh rejections. Wow.
And a block like that sends a message. One that says you're not giving up this lead.
Clingan, he's checked in for the Trailblazers.
Clingan.
Down low. Portland moving the ball around. Count that bucket. Clingan's got 12.
And I like the fact they didn't settle there. They worked for a higher percentage shot.
Pelicans leading by 19 points. The three from Poole. Knocks down the 3 ball.
Jordan Poole does not lack confidence. You see him right there with this stop and pop.
To the paint. And he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run.
Assist for
What a pass right there. Coaches love seeing guys making it easy for their teammates.
And so it's New Orleans with it. Earlier, they held a 23-point lead. And Poole gets it to go.
Yeah, that's back-to-back threes. The D just seems to be slacking off a little bit.
Trailblazers have gone 6 of 13 so far from the field here in the second quarter. Clingan finds Kamara. Back to Clingan. And it's Clingan with the jam.
Wow, what skill for Clingan to take over a game in his first season.
And so Poole will bring it up for the New Orleans Pelicans. Score the basket. His 4th. He's only missed 1 of his 5 shots tonight. Portland's gone 1 of 6 from three-point land in the second quarter. Less than 20%, but they've continued to let him fly.
Well, that's a defensive breakdown. You can't let him get that deep.
Well, that is just point-blank range. They're going to convert that almost every time.
Pelicans leading by 21. Pass to Fear. And that one, good. Fears has got 4 points this quarter.
Well, they're winning this game in large part due to how efficient he's been, and it's why they'll continue to go to him.
The Trailblazers have gone 8 of 15 since we began the second quarter. Excellent shooting. Here's Avdia. No good on the 3.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Cool. Here's Looney, and the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And a chance here to check out some stats for Avdia. He's been fantastic over the last 10 games or so, getting around 24 points per, 8 assists, and 8 rebounds. And you look at the numbers he's been putting up, fantastic scoring production from him.
Well, they have leaned on him offensively, and he has provided points pretty much every time they've needed him.
And he makes the first. And you think of the different styles of play. Tim, is there one that you prefer watching?
I personally like variety, Kevin. I like certainly three-point shooting. That's how I made my living. But I also want to see post play, and I want to see teams that also can beat you with isolation sets as well. I think those are the toughest teams to defend. They can hit you from any area.
They sure can. And so Looney nails both of them.
And they're really getting more points at the free throw line here in the second quarter.
Pass to Grant. Here's Clingan. And it's Clingan with the jam.
And when someone as big as Donovan Clingan gets going, he's so hard to stop. Keep feeding the big fella.
And here are the Pelicans now. Here's Fears. Off the left rim and out. And for Portland, their shooting has been beyond great up until now. How about 57% from the field overall? Avdia dishes to Grant from the arc. Pelicans pull it in. Looney's got his fifth rebound in this one. Now we'll hear from Allie LaForce, and she's got a story for us. An update. Allie?
Thanks. Jordan Poole, he's never shy. He said the big moments, end of the shot clock, end of the quarter, the end of the game, those are nothing. There's real life stuff that people should use the word pressure for. Basketball might be a little nerve-wracking for like 30 seconds. Kevin, back to you.
He certainly plays without fear. All right, Allie, we thank you very much. And Portland has possession. The Pelicans make their last shot.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Pelicans leading by 23. Here's Fear. Another one falls for New Orleans.
He must have visualized this one because everything is falling.
Greg, their unselfish play has really been impressive.
They're trusting one another out there, wanting to get each other involved. This is great basketball.
Yeah, their inside-outside game, very effective. That was a great pass.
New Orleans has gone along perfectly from three-point range tonight. They've gone 5 for 5.
And Poole saw an opening and immediately took advantage.
And for Portland, they're shooting the ball beautifully in the second quarter. They're at 55% for the field. Inside, here's Cissoko.
Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
New Orleans gotten both of their three-point attempts to go down here in the second quarter. Here's Poole. Yep, that one goes in there. Poole's got 17.
And another bucket for him. What a quarter he has had.
And here's Avdia. 10 points for him. Grant outside. No one near him. And the rebound goes to the Pelicans. Looney's got his 6th rebound on the night. They get it back.
Oh, and a nice job of turning that miss into 2 points on the tip.
Hustle points, I believe they call them. Hustle points right there. So timeout called here, the first for Portland.
Here they are. Let's give it up, fans. It's your Pelicans Breaker.
making a switch here. Queen's checked in. Here is the list of players with the most boards in the league this month. The NBA's leading rebounders. Fifth on the list, Donovan Clingan.
He must be spending a lot of time in the weight room because he's shown such strength under the basket.
And so here's Portland. Pass to Cissoko. Back to Avdia. Here's Kamare. Connects from three-point range. Kamare's got a pair of triples in the second now for the Trailblazers. And so Poole will bring it up for the New Orleans Pelicans. Gets it to go for bucket number 8. He's taken just 10 shots.
Boy, has he put his foot on the pedal here this quarter. He's doing a terrific job in terms of leading their offense.
A challenging stretch here for Portland. Pass to Cissoko. And the Trailblazers, another 3.
For 3.
They're getting a lot of their points outside the paint. 3 of their last 5 baskets are from three-point range.
New Orleans has gone along perfectly from three-point range. Tonight they've gone 5 for 5. Out of bounds, Portland takes possession. And when you look at Jordan Poole's game, GA, what makes him special?
I think it's his creativity and elusiveness. Able to get in his bag, if you will, and play with it and create his shot more or less at will.
Here's Clingan. He's got 16. To the middle. And it's Clingan with the jam.
It doesn't get any easier than this. Clingan looks to slam that one down whenever he gets a chance.
Pelicans leading by 20. From the baseline. Good. He hits the jump shot. 13 points in the game.
He has yet to miss a single shot. What a night he's having.
The Trailblazers shooting is beautiful right now. 60% for the game. Pretty much everyone out there has been stroking it. Outside, Avdia. From downtown, traps in the Trey. Avdia's got 13.
This is why they will go to him often. He's going to take and make shots.
Here's Fear. Another one falls for New Orleans.
Shots are just flowing for him right now, having a really strong quarter.
Outside, Avdia. Grant outside. Pass to Clingan. Back to Grant. Takes a 3. Bay pulls it in. Bay's got his 5th rebound right now in the game.
Yeah, another miss from downtown this quarter after being hot in the first.
Here's Queen, and he jams it with authority.
That's what he gives you, a big-time presence on the glass.
And you know what, Greg? Once he gets his hands on it, he's not even thinking about kicking it out.
Well, defensively, you've got to put a body on him. That guy will ruin you on the offensive glass.
Oh, you got to feel for a guy getting dunked on like that. I mean, he's got no shot to stop that unless maybe he can pick up another foot somewhere.
Pelicans leading by 21. Oh, with the block!
And with every swat, Clingan is earning a reputation as a shot blocker.
Pass to Grant. It's over Bay. Another possession, another assist.
Another possession, another assist.
You know, Greg, he's sharing the ball well, hitting his guys in their spots. Here's Poole. And the layup is good. Poole's got 21 in the game.
Yeah, when he gets it going, he is so difficult to contain. He is an elite scorer at times, and we're seeing that again tonight.
Trailblazers trail by 21. 6-second difference between shot and game clock. Out left to the wing. Here's Cissoko. No good with the triple. New Orleans has gotten both of their three-point attempts to go down here in the second quarter. Another one falls for New Orleans.
And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
And that confidence has carried over to tonight. He is playing great basketball.
Here's Grant. Again, the Trailblazers score. So as we conclude the first half, so far, fairly one-sided. Pelicans on top, delivering the blowout. From New Orleans, back in a moment.
Get ready for some IRBM. An amazing studs are coming at you from your pocket.
Hello, folks. Is this the halftime show? Yes, it is. And kicking it off, let's quickly look at the Western Conference standings.
Taking a look at Portland, they haven't played up to their standards. Last year, they were an elite team. We need to find that mojo.
Now let's talk about that first half. What an impressive performance for the New Orleans Pelicans.
Well, you see their focus on the glass, getting second chance points on one end and preventing them on the other.
That's been just one of the storylines in a total wipeout thus far. Thanks for spending halftime with us. Time to get it back out to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third quarter.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. It's been one outstanding game from Jeremiah Fears.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
And that will be the biggest adjustment. They have to force the ball out of his hands, but that's a difficult challenge.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. On the court for the Trailblazers, Toumani Camara is out there with Grant. Then there's Donovan Clingan. Then it's Denny Avdia. And it's Cissoko in at the two-guard position. And the basket is good. He's got 17.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Well, getting a high percentage look right out of the locker room to start the second half. Exactly what they were looking for.
Outside, Avdia. Hey, that one is his seventh of the contest. 7 for 15 from the floor.
And when he breaks out the crossover, you can be sure he's going to leave somebody in his wake.
Pelicans leading by 21. Here's Fears. And slam dunk by Fears.
Love seeing a point guard who can explode to the rim like that.
Oh, great attitude and even a better finish.
Okay, I see ya. That's your point guard getting up.
Avdia. The Pelicans make their last shot. Camara with it. Jones covering. Here's Grant. Lays it up off the glass. Grant's got 20 points.
Yeah, and we've seen Grant take over games before. The key for him is being assertive and taking shots within the flow.
Here in this third quarter, just over a minute play. Here's Fears. Bucket is good.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
And so it's Avdia with it. He brings it up for Portland. Pass to Cissoko. Here's Camara. No good from outside. The Pelicans have gone 3 of 3 from the field since halftime. Here's Queen. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Avdia's got his 4th rebound in this one. Down low. Here's Klingon. No good with the layup. Pelicans leading by 23. And the bucket is good. Three-point play chance here for him.
Everything going to plan here to start the third. 80% shooting thus far.
Trey Murphy, and you can make the case for this, Tim, has been the Pelicans' most consistent player. Would you agree?
I totally agree with that, Kevin. He's gone well beyond the 3-and-D blueprint. He's got that sneaky bounce that can put you on a highlight reel.
And you look at his face, he never changes expression, does he? But boy, is he focused, and he is zeroed in.
So stoic, but so good.
Well said. So, Tim, you ended your NBA career a little bit early because of knee problems, and at 34, you made the transition to broadcasting and have excelled so much. What has that journey been like?
Well, certainly, Kevin, I wish I could have played another handful of years, but you're right. The knee injury forced me into this line of work, and I'm blessed and grateful because I can stay connected to the game. I get to watch it every night with a front row seat, and hopefully I get to make people a little bit smarter about what they're watching.
Oh, you do, believe me. You definitely do. And slam dunk by Kamara.
Well, for what he lacks in height, he more than makes up for it with his bounce.
Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. Driving the lane, and slam dunk by Fears.
And this is how you want to come out of the half. Prolific and efficient.
Their offense is cooking right now, and that's because the execution has been there.
And here are the Trailblazers now, following the score by New Orleans. And finished off by Avdia.
Okay, 2 hands for safety. That's what they say, right?
That's right. He was ultra safe with that dunk, no question. The Pelicans have gotten 6 of their 7 shots to go down in this quarter. What a fantastic start to the half. And count it, the shot is good. He'll go to the free throw line.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
The Pelicans have gone 5 of 8 from the charity stripe here tonight.
Yeah, and over the course of the season, they're a respectable 78%. That comes in handy in close games.
Three minutes gone now in the third quarter. And finished off by Avdia.
I tell you what a good thing that he showed up today, because without him, this thing would already be over.
New Orleans has gotten on a roll from three-point land. They've been flawless. 6 for 6 tonight. And slam dunk by Fears.
Oh, fantastic dunk. And he hangs around up there just for a little camera time.
Yeah, maybe he didn't want to land awkwardly. Who knows? But there he is, and we see it very clearly. Avdia, the Pelicans make their last shot. And good that time.
I tell you, he has some impressive moves in his repertoire. That's as good as it gets, but just one of many.
Third quarter of basketball here, and just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by. Here's Fears. Off target from outside. Portland's gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. Grant for 3. Gets it to fall, and now he's 10 of 15 on the game.
Yeah, Grant knocking that shot down, and you see why his coaches are encouraging him to take that.
New Orleans has gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Coming down hard!
Watch out below. Woo!
Wow, we are going to remember that one for a while.
I know I will, Greg. That was special. That was really special. Oh, that's an outstanding view from the AT&T Connected Cam. And here are the Trailblazers now, following the score by New Orleans.
And they've won the rebound battle so far, and it's translated to the scoreboard.
Well, it's the biggest reason they have the lead right now. They have just been flat out the more physical team.
And the 3 ball is good.
Very difficult to stop team play when the ball's moving. Excellent find with the pass to create that scoring opportunity.
The Trailblazers have gone 7 of 12 from the floor since coming out of the break. Grant outside. To the paint. Here's Avdia. Good, and Grant gets the assist. That's 23 points for Denny Avdia.
He is totally locked in offensively and doing everything he can to bring his team back.
Here's Fears. He's got 39. Takes it inside. Up and in on the layup.
They found some room there along the baseline. Some space at the rim. Goes right up and puts it in without resistance.
The Trailblazers have gone 8 of 13 on shot attempts to begin the second half. Avdia gets the bucket. Avdia's got 25 points in the game.
A point-blank range. That is too easy.
New Orleans has gotten all but one of the three-pointers to go down in this game. They've gone 7 of 8 so far. Fierce's shot is off. The Trailblazers shooting 61% from the field, showing some marvelous touch out there. Here's Kamare. He's got 10. Here's Avdia. Offline with his three.
Well, he had one three-pointer in the first half, but so far in the second, he's come up with goose eggs.
Queen can't get it to go. The Trailblazers shooting a stellar 60% since the halftime break. It's Klingon, top of the key. Avdia kicks to Grant. It's good from long range. Grant's got 8 points here in this quarter.
Yeah, well, a lot of people will say Grant's a glue guy, but I tell you, he doesn't need any glue tonight. He is doing this all by himself.
And it's good, 2 points. 43 points for Jeremiah Fears.
The defense has just been unable to slow him down. Wow, what a game.
Now a timeout called by Portland.
You gotta dance like everybody's watching. Yeah!
A moment now to look at the year-to-year scoring output and how it has been trending for Denny Avdia.
And I can't say I'm surprised. A star of his caliber figuring out ways to continue to increase his impact and output. Hard to even talk about a ceiling when you see the progression of his scoring these last few years.
Here's Kamare. He's got 10. Pass to Avdia. From past the arc, Bay pulls it in. Bay's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Lets us go from the wing. Another one falls for New Orleans.
And yeah, he's not messing around. He wants no part of a comeback in this one.
Well, when you have the lead, ball security is everything. Just focus on each trip up the floor.
Here's Klingon. Out of bounds, New Orleans will take possession.
And let's review some numbers for Jones. He's putting up 9 points a game, 4 rebounds, and 2 assists. And you look at his skill set, and I think it's just a matter of time before he commands a bigger presence on this team.
Well, the key for him is patience and take advantage of every opportunity he gets.
And the Hornets going with a whole new group out there. And a switch here also for Portland. Sharp's checked in. Here's Poole. It's good, and that takes him to 77% shooting this game, 10 for 13.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high-percentage looks from inside.
The Trailblazers shooting 59% up to this point. They're working for great shots, and they're hitting them. Here's Cissoko. 11 points in the game. Over to the wing. Kamara with it. Shot clock at 6. Pass to Cissoko. The Trailblazers need to get off a shot. Offensive rebound. Now, here's Grant. And Sharp has it in the corner. Here's Cissoko. Out of bounds, New Orleans will take possession. Now we get a chance to check out the standings out west. Already we're in December. You look at Portland. They're down in 10th place here in the middle part of the season. They'll need to make a move soon. And checking out New Orleans. They're 5 spots away.
Right now for the Blazers, they haven't packed any big surprises into the early part of this season. They're right in the middle of the NBA's pecking order.
And this is just about where I thought they'd be. The truth is, to get to the next level for this team, they're probably going to need to make a big trade at some point.
And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Pelicans.
No adjustments made by the other team, and they couldn't defend against the speed of this group. They've been running over them in this one.
And I'd say offensive rebounding has also been a big factor as well. And not just getting the boards, but more importantly, converting those into second chance points.
And Tim, quite the character, this Jordan Poole. His personal style is like his flashy game.
Well, Kevin, he loves his fashion, and he's a passionate cat owner. Characters like him make the league fun, and it gives fans more to engage with than just basketball.
Both free throws good from Poole.
And over the last few seasons, we've really seen Jordan Poole mature as a player.
Pass to Cissoko. Here's Klingon. And it's Klingon with the jam.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. New Orleans has gone 2 of 3 when they ventured outside the arc in the third quarter. Alvarado. Nice concentration to hit the double clutch layup. Alvarado's got 8 points.
Waiting until the last second to release that. What a move.
Now Sharp. He's got 7. From outside the arc. It's rebounded by Poole.
You have to defend the three-point line. They got lucky he missed that one.
Now a timeout called by New Orleans. Pelicans making a change here. Matkovic is checked in. And now let's turn to the 2K leaderboard for a look at the squads that have the most points in transition over the past 10 games. Fifth on the list, the Pelicans.
I mean, tough to maintain this kind of pace over an entire season. But let me tell you, they are really running right now.
New Orleans has gotten all but one of the three-pointers to go down in this game. They've gone 7 of 8 so far. And he gets the bucket. Alvarado's got 10. The Trailblazers shooting well, 52% in the third. They came to play offensively in the second half. And then Sharp with the dunk.
We'd heard the stories about Sharp and how impressive his vertical is. Now we see it on full display.
Here's New Orleans. They're on a 12-4 run. And the basket by Alvarado. 12 points for him.
Well, not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Here's Sharp. 9 points in the game so far. Grant outside. Sharp sets the pick for Grant. To the inside. Yang. And plenty of contact on the shot. So 2 free throws coming up.
Personal foul.
Portland shooting their initial free throws of the game right here.
Shooting for Portland, Hansen, taking 2 shots.
Shooting 2.
That free throw missing. He hits the second from the line. Now, here's Poole. He's got 25. And there's the foul. It'll go on Jordan Poole. That's his first foul.
Yeah, they got a little loose with the ball right there, but in general, they've avoided the big mistakes, and they're running away with this.
And here's Sharp. 9 points in the game so far. Inside. Got it. Good job in the low post.
Oh, good pass right there from Sharp. These types of plays really help team chemistry.
Here's Poole. And it goes down 2 points. Poole's got 27. And for Portland, their shooting is beautiful right now. 60% for the game. Pretty much everyone out there has been stroking it. Pass to Cissoko. To the middle. Sharp. That's good. Sharp's got 4 this quarter.
Oh, nice job executing inside. Sharp's confidence is what makes him such a dangerous player.
And it's Poole with the ball for the New Orleans Pelicans. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
How about that one? Able to maintain control and finish the play.
This is his 3rd trip to the free throw line in the game.
Free throw shooting, not an area he has worried about at all. How about last year? 88% from the line.
That's good from Poole.
And the confidence Poole plays with, you got to admire. He feels like he can hit from anywhere on the floor.
Sharp, the pass to Grant. Back to Sharp. And then Sharp with the dunk.
Oh, fellas, that was vicious. Two-hand monster slam.
Guys, I don't think there was anyone who could have stopped him on that one.
2 minutes remaining.
New Orleans gone 2 of 3 when they ventured outside the arc in the third quarter. And the whistle blows as the basket counts and a three-point play chance right here. One free throw coming up.
What a performance for him on the offensive end. He's been fantastic the entire game.
This will make 4 trips to the line so far in the game. And Portland making a change here. Avdia's checked in. That's good from Poole.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
Finished off by Avdia.
Ooh, just shook his man loose with a crafty play inside.
And then the dunk just tops it off beautifully. And there's a minute 45 left to play in the third. Here's Misi, not wasting any time and taking the shot and knocking it down.
And that assist got him a little nod from his teammate after that one.
.135 left in the third. Avdia kicks to Murray. Left side, Grant. Back to Murray. Nice move. And that's out of bounds. It was last touched by Murray.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
DeAndre Jordan's checked in for New Orleans.
DeAndre Jordan.
New Orleans has gotten all but one of their three-pointers to go down in this game. They've gone 7 of 8 so far. Here's Alvarado. It's good for the 7th time this game. He shot 7. He has made 7.
He is dialed in right now. Perfect from the field this quarter.
Outside, Avdia. Got a piece of it. He's covered by Murray. There's 49 seconds left to play here in the third.
Well, he's certainly more than capable of hitting that shot, but somehow, even with no defense, he came away empty.
And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing.
And Grant is a fearless competitor. He likes to attack defenses inside and draw contact.
It's his first trip to the line.
Shooting 2.
The free throw drops for Grant.
Yeah, and as a 6'7" guy who plays power forward quite a bit, Jeremy Grant sometimes feels undersized, but he makes up for it with his toughness and athleticism.
Looney's checked in for the Pelicans. And Portland with a change here, too. Rupert's checked in. And Grant drops them both.
And the combination of athleticism and defense Grant brings is superb. A guy who you can depend on to compete.
Into the lane. And the basket by Alvarado.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
.32 seconds left to play in the third. Here's Sharp. He's got 13. Here's Grant. And the dunk by Grant.
Yeah, look at Grant. Quick off the floor before anyone can get in his way.
20 seconds left in the third quarter. Poole, the pass to Alvarado. Over Sharp. Another one falls for New Orleans. Abdia, 27 points for him. Pass to Grant. Makes it off the glass. Grant's got 32 points.
Well, you want those shots anytime you can get them. High percentage at the rim.
And so it's New Orleans going to the break, holding an enormous 36-point lead. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, he made it look simple, but that's not always easy to execute.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Eve Meesey is out there with Kevon Looney. Then there's Jordan Poole. Then it's Jose Alvarado. So that's the group out there for New Orleans. And for Portland, they're shooting 61%, showing all of the indications.
Oh, nice!
Look at that. Oh, he is a highlight reel unto himself, guys.
That could be a contender for the dunk of the year, I think. And so Poole will bring it up for New Orleans. And he uses the glass on the layup. Poole's got 14 points here in the second half.
Yeah, able to get through the contact and still concentrate enough to finish that off.
Here's Rupert. Yang pass to Abdia. So, Tim, when you played, you were one of the league's best sharpshooters. Did you ever look around and pick things up off of other guys you watch shoot the ball well?
No question. In fact, I learned a lot about how to move off the ball by watching other guys as I made my way through college and eventually became a pro. And even when I was in the league, I would study other players to pick up things on their footwork and how to get my release a little bit quicker.
Give me one player that you really studied hard.
Well, there's no question Del Curry was the guy I watched because he needed very little time to get that shot off, coming off of his screen. And unfortunately, several times I got there late against him and learned my lesson.
Now that's the way it's done. Take it up high and throw it down with everything you got.
That's right. He was not going to take the soft approach on that drive.
If you get that much daylight, only one thing is on your mind, a strong finish. And he can't let that get to him. He should have made it, but he's got to focus on the next one.
Floats one. Pass to Sharp. The three. And the rebound goes to the Pelicans. And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter now. Here's Looney. The good-looking shot from the wing.
Well, if he's going to be covered like that, he has to continue to take that shot.
For Portland, they've gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the fourth. Abdia finds Sharp. Here's Yang. From outside, off the mark. The Pelicans have gone an outstanding 4 of 5 from the field in the fourth quarter so far. Here's Looney. That one goes in. Looney's got 4 points now in the quarter. Portland's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Here's Avdia. Portland again missing. The Pelicans have gone 5 of 6 from the field to start the fourth quarter on a roll. Swiped it away. Down low. Here's Murray. And he banks in the layup. One thing we see sometimes, players opting to represent themselves when it comes to signing a contract. In other words, Tim, they don't have an agent. Why do you think that is?
Well, I think most players, Kevin, understand that the numbers are pretty set, particularly for the superstar. If you know you're going to get a supermax, why not keep more of what you make? Why pay an agent?
That's a good point. Here's Yang. And a miss there on the triple. New Orleans has gotten all but one of the three-pointers to go down in this game. They've gone 7 of 8 so far. And that one goes long. And for Portland, they're shooting it well here in the fourth quarter, 50%. Here's Sharp. It's rebounded by New Orleans. Looney's got 9 rebounds now tonight. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Avdia's got 7 rebounds in the game. Here's Murray. And another assist for him.
And that last assist ties it for the franchise record for most in a game. How about the night he's having?
He's been on time and pinpoint with his passing all game long. Fantastic performance to tie the franchise record. 16 feet away. The rebound by Sharp. Sharp's got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Yang. A three-pointer off the mark. This has been a one-sided affair.
Yeah, they've done a nice job of extending their lead and maintaining that intensity level.
Sharp with it. Pass to Avdia. Off target with his 3.
Oh, he is off from deep. Maybe it's time to look for another option.
And another turnover here by New Orleans. A moment to check out who the New Orleans Pelicans have coming up. On Sunday, they'll begin a road trip starting in Chicago against the Bulls. And then on Thursday, they'll be facing Amen Thompson and the Houston Rockets.
And for that game against Indiana,
that's a contest that could easily go either way. Small mistakes could be the difference, and both teams will need to be at their best.
To the paint. Here's and again another assist.
And sure enough, he's just set the single-game franchise record for assists.
Showing that vision both to find his teammates and to reach new heights. Timeout called here. The Pelicans decide to talk it over. New Orleans making the switch here. McGowan's checked in.
Number 11, Bryce McGowan.
The Pelicans have gone 5 of 11 from the field in the fourth quarter. Here's Poole. Not enough on that one as it misses. For Portland, they've gone 6 of 13, so just above 46% on their field goal attempts here in the quarter. Bounce pass, Kamara. A nice shot by Clingan.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
You know, Tim, some people love the star power of dynasties, but do you think the league's push for parity is helping the game overall?
Overall, I do believe competitive balance is good for the league. I think there are more fan bases that stay more engaged longer into the year, and that's just good for everybody.
I totally agree. And the basket by Kamara.
Smart choice there by Clingan. The rookie moves the ball instead of forcing it himself.
And so Poole will bring it up for New Orleans. Timeout called here. The Pelicans decide to talk it over. Tim, as we look at the area of modern medicine, isn't it amazing how it's helping extend playing careers?
Yeah, it's really incredible, Kevin, how these procedures now are so much less invasive. Guys come back sooner and they're able to play longer. Just look at Klay Thompson gifting his 2022 championship ring to the doctor who performed his Achilles surgery. Now that's the kind of impact these doctors are having.
It really is amazing. Here's McGowan. Sinks that one from the post. McGowan's has got his first points of the night. Avdia. Pass to Cissoko. Here's Clingan. Portland moving the ball around. Kamara finds Clingan. Good. Clingan's got 6 points in the quarter.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
The Pelicans have gone 7 of 15 from the floor here in the fourth, right around 46-47%. Here's Poole. No good off the back of the rim. Trailblazers shooting indicative of smooth offensive play, up at 60%. They're a machine from the floor. And the basket by Kamara.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Now, Poole. Fires from the wing. Portland grabs the miss. Outside, Avdia. Avdia on the wing. Plays it up and makes it in. Avdia's got 33 points.
Well, his production is not in question now if he could just get his teammates involved.
So, Tim, in the past, it's always been accepted that the veteran-laden teams would have an edge. But I don't know if we're seeing that as much now. What do you think?
Well, I think you used to see a lot more continuity with rosters across a number of years. But nowadays, much shorter contracts means you have teams that evolve and change more regularly than ever before.
Almost feels like you got to be more nimble as a franchise than ever before.
You absolutely have to have much more forethought because you keep these groups together for a shorter period of time. But it didn't go that time, but that's a shot he should feel confident in taking.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
The defender was a little out of position, and Jeremy Grant took advantage.
Tim, the NBA is always changing, but any predictions for the league that you kind of feel we're going to see around the corner?
Yeah, Kevin, I just think the influx and the impact of international players is going to be even stronger going forward. I think a lot of guys have seen the success that those players have had in the NBA, and hopefully it inspires even more great players internationally to want to play this great game.
And for a short time, you played overseas. You saw a lot of them firsthand.
I sure did, and I was in France well before the French influx really hit this league, but I knew then that was the goal.
And Grant drops them both.
And after not getting to the line in the first half, he has changed his mentality. He's being much more aggressive.
Pass to Alexander. Shoots over Kamara. And that time, also a missed shot.
And guys, you've heard of overpassing. Well, that shot was an example of underpassing.
Well, that's just a wasted opportunity.
You always hear about chemistry. That's a perfect example, knowing where each other is at all times.
Pelicans leading by 23. Here's Poole. Uses the glass to drop it in. Poole's got 39.
Yeah, Jordan Poole never saw a shot he didn't like, and you see him there knocking down another one.
Grant outside. The three. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Grant's got 5 points now this quarter.
Well, those are the ones you're happy to get every trip down the floor if you can.
Poole outside. Misses off the right iron. And for Portland, their shooting in the fourth has been tremendous, 59%. Here's Cissoko. For the basket, it's number 6 for him this game. 6 for 9, 67% shooting.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
And so Poole will bring it up for the New Orleans Pelicans. Shoots from 14. Jump shot is good. Poole's got 41.
And the mid-range can be tricky for Poole, but he can sink them when he has to.
Now, here's Avdia. Jacks up a three. Good, and Grant gets the assist. Avdia's got 36.
So many of the plays they're running designed to create opportunities from deep.
And all of that success from the three-point line will open up driving lanes. Let's see if they can take advantage of that as well.
Here's Poole. And a kind roll that time off the rim. Does that one fall?
That shows the confidence Poole has, not hesitating to rise and fire when the shot's there.
Pass to Cissoko. Misses the three. New Orleans leading by 21. There's 1:38 left in the fourth quarter. The shot by Looney, no good. And for Portland, they're shooting 61%, showing all the indications of an offense that is locked in.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for New Orleans.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And it'll mark their fourth win on the year, actually their fifth win on the year. The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Jeremiah Fears.
If this were a crime scene, he would be questioned because his fingerprints are all over it.
Timeout called here. The Pelicans decide to talk it over. 56 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
Get up and start moving with your mascot. Now let's dance.
What you gonna do about it? What you gonna do about it? Just make us feel about it. So what you gonna do about it? What you gonna do about it? What you gonna do about it? Just make us feel about it. So what you gonna do about it? What you gonna do about it? What you gonna do about it? Just make
And now it's time for a presentation of the player of the game, Jeremiah Fears.
And what an amazing ball game we've seen from him. It's been a one-man show worth the price of admission all by itself. There wasn't anything he couldn't do on that court tonight.
And maybe him having a game like this will get things turned around for him because almost nothing has been going their way lately. Here's Alvarado. Avdia with the rebound. The Blazers on offense. They're on a 20-6 run. Yang passes it to Murray. Here's Avdia. And the three off target. Jordan against Murray. From 18 feet away. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. To the inside. Here's Yang. Oh, the layup finish off an excellent lead pass.
This goes to Denny Avdia.
17-point game. And so the Pelicans now can just hold on to the ball. Poole. Here's Misi. Trying again. That does not go. So we see the Pelicans taking the W here, and the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really put put in a supreme effort. It just felt like once they had that lead and it was comfortable, they were not going to relinquish it.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. Alongside Tim Legler, Greg Anthony, and our reporter, Allie LaForce, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching, folks. And as we leave you, we give you our player of the game, Jeremiah Fears.